Each step echoed, a lonely, hollow sound. The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of dust and decay. A single flickering bulb, high above, cast long, distorted shadows that danced with my every move. I walked on, the silence pressing in, suffocating. The floorboards groaned under my weight, a chill snaked down my spine, raising goosebumps on my arms. Why did I come here? What was I hoping to find in this desolate place? The silence was broken by a faint scratching sound, coming from somewhere in the darkness ahead. I froze, my breath catching in my throat. The scratching stopped abruptly, leaving an eerie silence that seemed to stretch on forever. Silence descended again, heavier this time, pregnant with unseen menace. It was as if the darkness itself was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. A low whisper, barely audible, sent shivers down my spine. The sound was so faint, yet it carried a weight of dread that was impossible to ignore. I couldn't make out the words, but the malice in the tone was unmistakable. It was as if the very air was charged with a malevolent energy pressing down on me. I pressed on, my heart pounding against my ribs. Each step felt like a monumental effort, the oppressive atmosphere weighing heavily on my shoulders. The hallway stretched endlessly before me, the flickering light doing little to penetrate the oppressive gloom. It felt like I was walking into the very heart of darkness. The whispers returned, louder now, swirling around me, pronouncements of doom in some long-forgotten tongue. They seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. Was I imagining it? The way the shadows seemed to twist and writhe, as if alive. They moved with a sinister grace, mocking my fear. The air grew colder, the scent of decay stronger, tinged with something else, something metallic. It was a smell that spoke of old blood and forgotten horrors. Fear, icy and sharp, gripped me. It was a primal fear, one that spoke to the deepest, most ancient parts of my mind. I knew I had to keep moving, but every instinct screamed at me to run. This hallway, it was infamous, shrouded in mystery and fear. Whispered about in hushed tones, it was a place of legend, a place where reality and the supernatural seemed to blur. Some dismissed it as a ghost story, a campfire tale to scare children, a figment of overactive imaginations. Others, however, spoke of it with fear-filled eyes, claiming it was a portal, a gateway to somewhere else, a realm unknown and terrifying. They told stories of those who had wandered in, lured by curiosity or foolish bravery, and never returned, their fates sealed by the darkness, swallowed whole by the endless corridor, their fates unknown, their stories lost to time. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, as if the walls themselves were alive, beckoning. They seemed to be drawing me forward, deeper into the darkness, into the unknown. A cold wind blew, extinguishing the single light, plunging me into a void. I was plunged into absolute darkness. The whispers now deafening, echoing all around me, filling my mind with dread. Panic welled up, threatening to consume me, my heart pounding in my chest. I had to get out, but which way? Every path seemed to lead deeper into the abyss. Every direction felt the same, an endless maze with no escape. Was I even still moving, or had I become another lost soul in the legend of the lost? I stumbled on, my hands outstretched, feeling my way through the impenetrable darkness. Each step was a struggle, every movement filled with uncertainty. The air grew thick, heavy, making it difficult to breathe. It felt as though the very atmosphere was pressing down on me, suffocating me slowly. The whispers intensified, transformed into screams, moans, pleas for mercy. The sounds echoed off the walls, creating a cacophony of despair that seemed to come from all directions. What was this place? What had I stumbled into? My mind raced with questions, each more terrifying than the last. The floor tilted beneath my feet, throwing me off balance. I struggled to stay upright, my sense of direction completely lost. I fell, tumbling into the abyss, the screams of the damned ringing in my ears, and then silence. A silence so profound it was almost deafening. I lay there, heart pounding, the echo of terror clinging to me. My body trembled, every nerve on edge, waiting for the next horror to reveal itself. The darkness was absolute, the silence deafening. It was as if the world had ceased to exist, leaving me in a void of nothingness. Where am I? Am I alone? The questions echoed in my mind, each one more desperate than the last. What will you find if you dare to enter the endless hallway? Will you find answers, or will you be consumed by the darkness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights might just help someone else navigate their own dark corridors.